Hey guys. Today I was talking to one of my dear friends, and we were talking about how she's going through like a bit of a challenging time in life, and she wants to create, but because she feels like that would help her like alchemize the feelings, right? But she doesn't have like the energy to create. Um And so it becomes like a cycle, right? Because as creatives, creativity energizes us. Um, and sometimes we use up all of our energy thinking about creating. And so I ended up like mentioning to her just a few of the creative activities that I do when I want to like quickly create with high impact. And so I just want to tell you guys some of those ideas in case they're helpful, because I think this is like a universal feeling that a lot of us go through. Um, so one of the things I do is I make haikus. And the reason for haikus is they are so short. They are very like prescriptive. Like there's an exact way that you're supposed to do them. And I know like traditional haikus are about like a truth about nature. But the haikus I do, I don't make myself stick to that. But I give myself like some parameters so that I can create and alchemize those tough feelings. So I'll tell myself the first line needs to be, you know, viscerally like what am I feeling. The second line needs to go more into depth about what that feeling is, and by the third line, that's when haikus are over. I need to have some kind of resolution, even if that's just acceptance. Another thing that I do is like if I'm wanting to do something more visual, I try to identify what is it that I am feeling. Is it grief? Is it disappointment? Is it lack? And then once I identify that, I decide that I'm going to do a collage. And the wonderful thing about collage is you only happen upon whatever pictures you happen upon. And some people do this digitally too. So if you don't have access to magazines or newspapers, that's a good option too. And I decide my collage is going to be whatever feeling is the opposite of this hard feeling I'm feeling. And so my collage is going to be me projecting into the future. What do I want to feel? And so then I go and I pull all of the images of what it is that I want to feel. So by the end of making this collage, I have a visual representation of, yeah, you know, it's a hard time right now, but this is what I can look forward to. That helps me alchemize those feelings too. And then the whole act of like cutting and tearing out the images is a part of that too. Like there's a destruction of this magazine or whatever it is, the source material that I'm using. And then there's a rebuilding, a reclamation of those feelings that I actually want to feel. And that helps me get through those moments. And the beautiful thing about collage is that it's messy and it can be quick. And sometimes if I'm going through a really, really hard time, I'll tell myself, because a collage can feel like, oh my gosh, it's so many images. How can I do this? So I will tell myself, find a resolution within 3 images. And as a creative person, to have some constraints is so helpful. And so then one of the last things that I will do is I will, gosh, this happens to me all the time. Okay, we're going to leave it at those 2 ideas. I really, really hope that those are helpful, because the third one slipped my mind, and maybe I will come back for another video and maybe give examples. And I can also share some of the other ideas. Oh, it came back. The other thing is I know I'm going to be going through like a hard time over a long period of time. Say I had to set a hard boundary with like a friend or a loved one, and I'm going to have to like keep myself encouraged and inspired throughout that. I will write myself little cards and notes. And I'll actually like put them in an envelope, and I'll write on the outside of the envelope, open this on the hard days, open this when you need encouragement. And so that is just one more idea if what you're going through is going to be over a longer season. Okay, there goes the three ideas. So I'll recap them because that seems YouTubery to do. So the first one was to make a haiku or do some type of very specific prescriptive type of art that can help you alchemize a feeling. Number two is try doing a collage where you're pulling images that are what you're hoping to feel in the future after you've gone through what you're feeling right now. And then the third one is if you're going through something for a long time, write yourself an encouraging note or card or letter to get you through. Thanks so much for watching, and bye for now.